Oh, it's so easy to do online banking.
It is.
But
they don't need to change it.
But they don't need to be changed, that's right.
I'm too old to change stuff.
Because now I'm like, well, they'll call me if I'm overdrawn. I don't keep a lot of money in the checking account. I just keep most of it in the savings account.
That's what I do.
And then I just transfer.
That's what I do.
You know, and so.
Because I always feel like if I get hacked, they'll make me a little bit of money.
It's not going to get into my savings like my checking.
Right. So Doug always has to text me, is there enough money for me to buy this?
Yeah.
I'm like, he goes, I don't know why you can't keep more money in there. Because I don't want to. No. Yeah. If you want to keep the bills, then you can do it.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'm like, oh shoot. I guess if I overdrawn, they'll let me know till I get it figured out. They can transfer the money out of my savings for me.
Yeah, I'm kidding. They'll think, oh, Edna would have wanted us to do this.
Yes, exactly. She doesn't want to have it overdrawn.
Yeah. Well, that happens with all my school stuff, but all the software you have to pay for. So, like, you have to use this screenwriting software. It's like, it's $100. I'm like, really?
Seriously?
And then you have to use this video editor. It's another $100. I'm like, really? How do these kids, like, afford stuff? And then I have the same problem you do, Edna, because then nothing works. And so then I have, will it work on the tablet?
Yeah.
It doesn't work on the computer, it doesn't work on the laptop. What?
Oh my God. It's like I said, it's just wonderful when it works. And when it doesn't, it is just so frustrating. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Do you want 4 or 8, Marcia?
I want the little ones.
Oh my goodness, so good way to start the week.
Yeah, right. Happy Monday.
Frustrated with the bank.
Yep.
Did Carol get back from her vacation, or is she still
She
home?
did. She tried to go to work today. And she got back Saturday night at 7:30, she said. So she tried to go to work today, and then she was knocking at my door at 8 o'clock this morning. She got in there and somebody asked how she's doing, and she wanted to take this week off, but her supervisor, she said she had 5 messages from her supervisor saying, you need to come to our first short, we have, blah, 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 blah. But she was on family medical leave, and she was supposed to be off this week.
Sure.
But the supervisor, and so then she got in, and the one doctor said, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And she said, I started crying, and she goes, I can't do this
She's
yet.
just not ready.
So, she went back home.
Oh.
So.
Gosh darn it, yeah. You got some people, everybody's different.
That's right.
You gotta let people
do it their
way.
I think her mom was giving her a hard time, saying, Carol, you're smarter than this, you need to go to work. And I said, no, everybody is different.
Everybody's different. That's right.
And she's definitely not ready.
Yes.
So.
But that was the only good thing about my parents living so far away. When my mom died, I wasn't used to seeing my mom
every day.
Yeah. I talked to her on the phone, but I wasn't used to that. It helped a little bit because I wasn't used to being in the same town anymore and having the contact with them that I did when they lived here.
Yeah.
So that made it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was so sick made it easier too. It made it easier for my dad because it was a lot of work for him to take care of her.
And I think Mary Lou's doing better obviously than Carol is. Because it was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work for her too. Yep.
So everybody's different.
That's how I felt though when my mother died. It was like, oh, thank God.
Well, I know.
Exactly. Because I was so exhausted of doing her stuff and doing this and having this conflict with this family member.
Yes. Well, and I think Carol is relieved a little bit, but then I think she feels guilty about that. Oh, because she's relieved.
Because she's okay, sure.
She's got to get to work. So I said, well, come to yoga. And she said, my house is she goes, I've got to go home and do stuff. So, but she's back. She had a great time.
Oh, that's
good.
She
said Mary only fell once. She said that rocking boat,
Oh, sure. I remember that. That was.
Yeah, but she said she had a really good time.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
probably good for both of them.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you.
A breath in and out. And another breath in and out. And taking our arms up, overhead. And lean off to the right side. Letting that bottom hand fall away. And stretching out. And bringing both hands back to heart center. Again, our breath in and out. Taking our arms up, overhead. And leaning to the left side. Letting that bottom hand fall away. And stretching out. And bringing both hands again back to heart center. Another breath. We'll take that left hand over to our right knee. Right hand travels around behind, overlooking the right shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And coming back to center. A breath in and out. Right hand to our left knee. Left hand travels around behind, overlooking the left shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you on the other side. And coming back to center. Again, that breath in and out. We'll take our legs wide, stretching out. Right hand to the right ankle, and stretching the left over top. Bringing that left hand down to the right toes. Right hand to our right toes, and exhaling down. Nose to that right knee. Inhaling up, left hand, left ankle. And stretching the right arm over top. Bringing that right hand to our left toes. Left hand to our left toes. And exhaling down. Nose to the left knee. Inhaling up. Stretching wide. Left fingers. Right toes. And exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, left fingers, right toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide. Again, right fingers, left toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, we'll put the right hand on the right ankle, left hand on the left ankle, and we're exhaling forward, bringing our chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward, chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up, and once again, chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up, we bring both legs together. Here's our forward fold. Inhaling up, bend bending the right knee, putting that right ankle on top of the left thigh, and reaching forward for our left toes. Taking both legs long, forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the left knee, putting that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and stretching forward for our right toes. And taking both legs long again, forward fold. And then coming back up, we'll put our feet in that butterfly position, letting our knees and our thighs drop out to the side. And we're going to go ahead and find our handy-dandy little mush ball here. And we're going to just stretch forward and hold. Bringing that ball back to our chest. Just stretching forward and holding. Bringing that ball back to our chest. And stretching forward and holding. And bring that ball back to our chest. A breath in. And out. We'll stretch our ball up, overhead. And we're going to bend our elbows and take it back behind our head. And as we hold that ball behind our head, we're going to turn our torso off to the right. Coming back to center. Turning our torso to the left. Coming back to center. Stretching that ball up, overhead. Again, bending our elbows, taking around behind our head. Turning our torso off to the right. Coming back to center. Turning my torso to the left. Coming back to center. Once more, we stretch that ball up, overhead. Bending my elbows, taking it around behind our head. Turning my torso off to the right. Coming back to center. And turning my torso to the left. Coming back to center. Stretching that ball up, overhead. And we're going to take our arms forward and hold. And then we'll put our ball down for a moment. Take our legs nice and long. Inhaling our arms up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. And then we're going to come into our boat position. Bringing our hands behind our hips. And taking both legs up. And we're going to find our ball and bring that to heart center. Now as we hold both, we'll turn to the right side and drop that ball onto the floor on the right side. Staying twisted to the right. Bringing that ball back up to heart center. And then we're going to twist to the left. Dropping that ball on the left side. Bringing the ball back to heart center. And coming back up into our seated position. Inhaling our arms up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And once more, inhaling up. And exhaling down. We're going to get ready, same thing for our boat. So start with our hands behind our hips and bringing our legs up. And then we're going to bring that ball to heart center. We're going to turn to the right side, dropping that ball on the floor to the right, staying twisted to the right. Bringing that ball back up to heart center. Twisting to the left, dropping the ball on the floor on the left. Bringing that ball back to heart center. And again, coming back up into our seated position. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and up, and down. One more up, and down. And then we're going to come forward into our tabletop position, hands and knees. Starting in our cow position, with our head up and relaxing our back. Here's cat, inhaling, tugging my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up and holding. Exhaling back around into our cow. Cat again, inhaling, tugging my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up and holding. Exhaling, back around into cow. And one more cat, inhaling, tugging my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up and holding. Exhaling back around into our cow. We're going to turn to the right side, looking back at that right foot. Coming back to center. Turning to the left side. Looking back at that left foot. And coming back to center. We'll cross that right knee in front of the left. Right palm is down, rotating, left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating, right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, and we'll take this right arm underneath the left, right shoulders headed down to the mat. Take that left arm all the way forward. If you choose, rotating that left shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers on up towards the ceiling. And placing my palms down, straightening my arms. We'll take this left arm underneath the right. Left shoulders headed down to the mat. And we'll take that right arm all the way forward. If you choose, rotating the right shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers on up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms. Exhaling down onto my forearms. And exhaling one more time, dropping my forehead onto the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of me. And unwinding, coming back into our table. Our breath in and out. We'll cross that left knee in front of the right. Left palm is down, rotating, right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating, left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down. We'll take the left arm underneath the right. Left shoulder's headed down to the mat. And we'll take that right arm all the way forward. If you choose, rotating the right shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers on up towards the ceiling. Placing my palms down, straightening my arms. I'll take this right arm underneath the left. Right shoulder's headed down to the mat. And we'll take that left arm all the way forward. If you choose, rotating that left shoulder, taking the arm and the fingers on up towards the ceiling. And placing my palms down, straightening my arms. Exhaling down onto my forearms. And if you choose, exhaling one more time, dropping my forehead onto the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of me. And coming back into our table. Our breath in and out. We'll stretch this right arm all the way out in front and bring that left leg out behind us. Bending my left knee. Drawing that right elbow back. Connecting. Left knee. And stretching out. Bending that left knee. Almost forgot which side again. Bringing the right elbow back. Connecting. Left knee. And stretching out. Bending that left knee, we'll take that right hand around. See if we can hang on to those left toes. And coming back into my table. A breath in and out. We'll take this left arm all the way out front and that right leg out behind us. Bending my right knee. Drawing that left elbow back. Connecting, right knee, stretching out, bending my right knee, drawing that left elbow back, connecting, right knee, and stretching out. This time as you bend the right knee, we'll bring that left hand around. See if we can hang on to the right toes. And coming back into our table. A breath in and out. We'll think about putting our head down on the mat, stretching those arms long behind us, maybe interlacing my fingers, lengthening my arms, and rolling my shoulders back. And coming back into our table position. Again, that nice breath in and out. When you're ready, tucking your toes, down dog. And we'll start by walking the dog, right knee forward and back. Left knee forward and back, just like we're walking. Settling back into our down dog. We'll take the right hand over to the left ankle. Coming back, down dog. We'll take the left hand over to the right ankle. And coming back into our down dog. From down dog, we'll take it back into our plank. So we're walking our feet back into our plank. And then we're gonna walk the plank. So that right knee comes forward and back, that left knee comes forward and back, just like we did for walking the dog, but we're walking the plank. And coming back into our down dog. And again, we're going to extend our feet back into our plank. And then our walking the plank. Right knee forward and back, left knee forward and back, walking the plank. Coming back into our down dog. And last time, walking the plank, dropping our feet back into our plank, and then bringing that right knee forward, that left knee forward, back and forth, walking the plank, and returning into our down dog. We'll bring the right foot forward in between both hands in front. And when you're ready, inhaling up for your warrior one. Connecting my palms together, extending forward over the right thigh. Bringing that right hand back by my hip, pushing the left arm forward. Bringing both arms forward. And back up for a warrior one. And we'll take both hands down on either side of the right foot. Scooting that right foot back into our down dog. And we'll bring the left foot forward in between both hands in front. And when you're ready, inhaling up for your warrior one. Connecting my palms together, extending forward over the left thigh. Bringing that left hand back by my hip, pushing the right arm forward. Bringing both arms forward. And back up. Warrior one. And we'll take both hands down on either side of the left foot. Scooting that left foot back into our down dog. We'll put our weight on our right foot as we take that left leg out behind us. Bending my left knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. And then if you choose, walking your hands back and see if you can put them around the right ankle. Returning back into our down dog. We'll put our weight on that left foot as we take that right leg out behind us. Bending the right knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. And if you need it to be harder, walking your hands back and see if you can put them around that left ankle. And coming back into our down dog. Walking our feet forward, right behind our hands, slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, and settling into that mountain position. Our breath in and out. Let's do our warrior two. Right foot is forward, left is behind. Bending that right knee, arms are out, overlooking the right fingertips. Taking the right arm up. Coming back, warrior two. Then we'll take that right hand all the way down, the left is up. Coming back, warrior two. And we'll bring that lower left forearm forward, connect it to the outside of the right lower leg, and take that right arm up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, coming back, warrior two. And settling back into our mountain. Our breath in and out. Left foot's forward, right is behind, bending the left knee, arms are out, overlooking those left fingertips. Taking the left arm up, coming back, warrior two. Taking that left hand all the way down, the right is up. Coming back, warrior two. And we'll bring that lower right forearm to the outside of the left lower leg and take that left arm up towards the ceiling. And coming back, warrior two. And returning back into our mountain. Our breath in and out. Here's our sun salutation, taking our arms up, overhead, coming forward into our forward fold, hands behind our calves, relaxing our head, relaxing our neck. Putting our hands on the mat in front of our toes, bringing those hands up to our knees, down to the mat, up to our knees, down to the mat, and once more, up to our knees, and down to the mat. We'll leave the right foot forward, take the left behind, into our lunge. Right palm is down, rotating, left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating, right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, here's our side angle, right forearm on top of the right thigh, taking the left arm overhead. And the only thing we'll change is position of our arms, left forearm on the right thigh, and take that right arm overhead. Taking that into our reverse warrior. Right hand says hello to the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And twist. Left elbow, right knee, turning to the side. And putting both hands down by that right foot. And we're going to scoot that right foot back into our down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. And we're going to take it back into our garland. So walking our hands back towards our feet, bending our knees. And we're going to go ahead and find our medicine ball and stretch it up. We're going to bring that ball over to our right hip. Stretching it up. Bringing that ball over to our left hip. Stretching it up. One more time, bringing that ball over to our right hip. Stretching it up. Bringing that ball to our left hip. And stretching it up. And then we're going to put our ball down and come back into our down dog. From down dog, we'll walk our feet back into our plank. Here's our hip dip right hip towards the mat. Coming back into our plank. Hip dip left hip towards the mat. Coming back into our plank. We're coming all the way down. Your choice. Either resting on your forearms for Sphinx, or palms down, and pushing back into Cobra. When you're ready, tucking your toes, down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Coming back into our down dog. And we'll take it back one more time into our garland. So walking our hands back by our feet, bending our knees, finding the medicine ball, and we'll stretch it up, overhead. Again, taking that into our around the world. So we're going to bring that ball to our right hip. Stretching it back up, overhead. Bringing the medicine ball to the left hip. Stretching it up, overhead. One more around the world, so right hip with the medicine ball. Stretching it up, overhead. Bringing it over to the left hip. And stretching it back up, overhead. And then we'll put our medicine ball down, come back into our down dog. We'll bring the left foot forward, the right is behind, into our lunge. Left palm is down, rotating, right arm and fingers, overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating, left arm and fingers, overhead. Bringing that left hand down, here's our side angle, left forearm on top of the left thigh, taking your right arm overhead. Only thing we'll switch is position of our arms, right forearm on the left thigh, and take that left arm overhead. Taking that into our reverse warrior. Left hand says hello to the sun. hands together, heart center, connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center, and our twist, right elbow, left knee, turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by that left foot. Getting ready, bringing that right foot forward into our forward fold. Slowly rolling upward, reaching on up. And settling back into our mountain. Our breath in and out. And our tree. So weight is on the right foot. Left foot goes against the right ankle or somewhere along with the right leg. As we bring those hands to heart center. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up, growing tree. And bringing those hands to heart center. And stepping back into our mountain. A breath in and out. We'll put our weight on our left foot as we put that right foot either against the left ankle or somewhere along the left leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up, growing tree. And bringing those hands to heart center. Finally stepping back into our mountain. Our breath in and out. We'll come forward into our table, hands and knees. And then we're going to put our weight on our right palm and our right knee as we turn to the side, taking that left arm up overhead. Picking up that left leg. If you want to do the side plank, you're going to straighten that bottom knee and come up. If you want to make it harder still, you're going to grab your ball and take it up. And then we'll come back down into our table. A breath in and out. Same thing, the other side. Weight is on the left palm, the left knee. We're turning to the side, taking that right arm up overhead and picking up that right leg. And we'll take that into our side plank. Straightening the bottom knee, and if you want to make it harder, taking that ball up towards the ceiling. And coming back into our table. A breath in and out. And we're headed over onto our backs. Feet down. Knees up, arms wide. Our breath in and out. We'll cross our right leg over the left. And then we're going to take both knees off to the left side. Taking that into our shrimp pose, we'll extend that top leg nice and long. With the right hand reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. Unwinding,
feet down, knees up, arms wide, a breath in and out. We'll cross the left leg over the right, and we're going to take both knees off to the right side. If you want to do shrimp pose, taking that top leg, extending it nice and long with the left hand, reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that right arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up, a breath in and out. We'll take that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling and roll that right ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away, and starting that circle with my right leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that right heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale the next time, dropping that right heel almost to the mat, not quite there, letting it hover. Then we'll take the right leg all the way back up with both hands, reaching for those right toes. And releasing out, feet down, knees up. And we'll take that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And rolling that left ankle, first one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And then starting that circle with my left leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that left heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale the next time, dropping that left heel almost to the mat, not quite there. Letting it hover. And then we'll take the left leg all the way back up with both hands. We'll reach for those left toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up, a breath in and out. We'll do our curl, but we're going to use our medicine ball. So we're going to grab our medicine ball, extend our arms out towards our knees, and come up into that curl position and hold. Bringing our torso back down. And here's our curl again. So bringing our torso up, extending our arms out towards our knees, extending that ball outward and holding our curl. And bringing our torso down. And once more, here's our curl. So we're going to bring our torso up, extend our arms and our hands towards our knees, and hold our curl. And then bringing our torso back down. A breath in and out. We'll go ahead and we'll put our medicine ball down, and we'll cross that right leg over the left for a reclining eagle, bending my arms at the elbows, taking that right forearm over the left, connecting my fingers, and then I'm going to bring my elbows to my knees and hold. Keeping the same position with our arms and our legs, we're just going to bring those arms over our line of sight and put that foot back down on the mat. Here we go, we're going to bring our elbows to our knees and hold. Putting our foot back down on the mat, arms over our line of sight. And once more, connecting our elbows to our knees. And unwinding, feet down, knees up. Reclining eagle other side, so we're going to cross that left leg over the right. Bending my arms at the elbows, left forearm over the right. Connecting my fingers, and then bringing my elbows to my knees and holding. Keeping that same position, I'm putting my foot down on the mat, my arms over my line of sight. Bringing those elbows to my knees and holding. Putting my foot down, bringing my arms over my line of sight. And once more, elbows to our knees and holding. And this time we'll come all the way out back into our neutral. A breath in and out. And then we'll roll over and take a moment in child's pose. And then making ourselves comfortable for our Shavasana. On our backs, sponge pose. And we'll begin with those deep breaths in and out. Inhaling all the way in, and pulling the air all the way out. Seeing if we can extend our inhalation for about 5 seconds, and then push the air out for about 5 seconds. Beginning to notice that place, that pause between our inhalation and our exhalation. Slowly bringing your awareness to your forehead, smoothing out your forehead, relaxing your eyebrows, relaxing that place between your eyebrows. Drawing the relaxation down through your cheeks and into your jaw. Maybe opening your mouth just a little bit. And you invite your jaw to relax. Drawing the relaxation down through your neck. And as you exhale, dropping your shoulders, releasing them. Thinking about deepening that space between the bottom of your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Drawing the relaxation down through your arms, into your wrists, softening your hands, releasing your fingers. Again, allowing your thoughts to just come and go, not dwelling on any one thought. Bringing that relaxation down through your chest, into your tummy, relaxing your hips, softening your thighs, releasing your knees, lower legs, ankles, and your feet. And taking a moment, continuing to melt. Maybe on today's journey, you imagine a field of golden wheat before you. Notice the braided-looking tops of the wheat. And with the next little puff of wind, you notice the stalks gently sway in the breeze. It's close to sunset, and the sun is sinking lower towards the horizon. It's the golden hour just before sunset, when the soft light bathes everything in its soft, radiant glow. Looking towards the fence line, where the field of wheat ends, you notice a tree along that fence line. You notice how the soft rays of the sun seem to filter through the leaves on the tree, lighting up those leaves, making everything appear soft and peaceful. Begin to walk through the field of wheat towards that tree, curious about your adventure that's unfolding, taking a moment to walk along the wheat and see what's meant for you to see on your journey today. Coming back to your breath, noticing its peaceful, easy rhythm. Taking a moment to give thanks for whatever comes to mind today. Also taking a moment to think about our intentions, all those good things we'd like to do, gathering those positive affirmations in our mind. And when we have those intentions gathered together, either in our mind's eye or raising our arms up over our head, and sending all those good thoughts outward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, reconnecting with our bodies, noticing the rise and fall of our chest as we inhale and as we exhale. Checking in with our fingers, wiggling our fingers, noticing how they feel. Checking in with our toes, wiggling our toes, noticing how they feel. Allowing our senses to bring us back to the room around us. Any sounds in the room, the temperature of the room. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. And when you're ready to come back from your journey, only when you're ready to come back, gently sitting up and taking your time. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here today. Thank you.
Oh, this darn weather would clear up.
Oh my gosh.
We could clear up, but